The Nigerian Police Kano Command has denied any involvement in a rumored nationwide strike by police officers in the country. The Kano Police Commissioner, Dikko, disclosed this while addressing journalists in the state. Ibrahim Issa reports.
The Nigerian Police Mobile Force on parade to kickstart the daily security activities at the Mopol 9 headquarters in Kano. The police rank and file are reported to embark on an industrial action. The Kano State Police shunned the move following directives of the Inspector General of Police, Usman Al-Alibaba. Kano State Police Commissioner, Dikko, reiterated that his command will not embark on a strike.
I have gone around within the metropolis and I have seen, yes, the policemen have turned up. They have come out for their duties. We have obeyed and respected the instruction of the Inspector General of Police. And you can see in Kano, we doesn't even have that intention. We are a regimental force and we are obedient to our superiors and we respect our organization.
At various divisions, policemen embark on their daily activities. Some of the members of the police rank and file in Kano who spoke to TVC but want their identities hidden, say they will not join any force to commit crime against the state.
It is a negative for a police officer to think of going for a strike because there is nothing like in the police. So I'm totally not in support of it.
Before I used to buy my clothing, the uniform I will wear, I will buy it. But now the IG has supplied it to us freely and all of us have got it. So we are indeed happy that the IGP may be extended more years so that we will benefit from his experience and his helping hand.
The last time policemen embarked on an industrial action in Nigeria was in 2002 under the tenure of former President Olusegun Obasanjo. The industrial action led to the removal of the then Inspector General of Police, Musiliu Smith. The police in Kano say they will continue to be committed to their duties of protecting the state.
The Nigeria Police Force Kano Command says it would continue to serve the people for adequate protection of lives and property to be achieved. Ibrahim Issa, TVC News, Kano.
The Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps is intensifying its war against oil theft. In Delta State, operatives arrested 17 persons conveying 8 tankers containing over 360,000 illegally refined automated gas oil. Iken Amechi has more in this report.
Parading the suspects here at the exhibit yard of the command of the Corps, it is obvious that this effort in ridding the state of vandals and oil thieves, together with the recent involvement of the Commandant General's Special Intelligence Squad, is yielding positive results with a number of articulated vehicles and products here. The reason the Corps is calling for quicker dispensation of justice to decongest the place.
The suspects currently are under investigation, intensive investigation, to get first-hand information not only on the drivers and the suspect, but information that will lead us down to the creeks, their informants. How do they get this product? Where do they get it? Yeah. But what we are using this opportunity to also beg that the judicial process should also speed up the case of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, so that, because like as you can see now, the yard is getting filled up.
While investigation is ongoing, the NSCDC is looking beyond the arrest of these conveyors of the illegal products to those behind oil theft and operators of illegal refineries.
It is no longer business as usual when we only arrest the drivers and their motorboy. This time around, we'll go down to the creeks, we'll arrest the owners of the trucks, we'll arrest their sponsors, we'll also arrest and prosecute owners of landed properties being used for these dastard acts. We have confiscated properties used for pipeline vandalism and crude oil theft in the country.
The public relations officer of the NSCDC in Delta State also sounded a note of warning to all those who erected building or are selling under the power line to relocate on or before May 1st. Iken Amechi, TVC News, Asaba.
And now to the lingering poor power situation in Nigeria. Poor power supply remains a major problem for many Nigerian homes and businesses. The national grid has collapsed twice in the last 3 months, leaving cities in darkness. The government's pledge to improve supply has not materialized over years, and the government said the recent failure was caused by gas problems triggered by sabotage of supply lines. And public affairs analyst Chukwuma Kenwa joins us from our Abuja studio for more on this. Good to have you join us.
Yeah, thank you.
So several excuses going round. The federal government is talking about supply lines. The discos are talking about, I just want to take what the discos posted online, the different discos. They talked about load shedding by the transmission as a result of power generation. They also talked about low allocation from the GENCOs because of low generation, and the GENCOs are saying the federal government owes them 1.6 million. There's just, everybody has a side of this narrative. What do you make of this, and what does that tell you in terms of where we are in the power sector?
Honestly, what that suggests is we have a basic problem, and that is poor investment, transmission, and as well as distribution in the nation. Yes, we are aware that the government in the past made some attempt in privatizing the sector, but of course, the mannerism with which that was done has not been able to give that edge to leverage on the potentials of privatization. At the moment, generating 4,000 megawatts for a population of over 200 million is not just good enough compared to maybe like some African countries like South Africa with a population of about 59 million, but generate 58,000 megawatts. I mean, that's commendable. We have not really prioritized the issue of power generation. And the issue, like in terms of the passing of box, whether we're talking about the GENCOs or the DISCOs, I think it's been proven with some recent investment from the government that the GENCOs can actually contribute extra 8,000 megawatts. But of course, the transmission side system that we have in place, and that's of course the national grid, it's not viable enough. You have like issues of worn-out infrastructures to contain, to have the capacity to actually transmit as much as like barely about a maximum of 5,000 megawatts. So a lot of investment is needed to actually tackle this particular issue.
And that's the thing, because in the midst of this, there has been a tariff increase. I was reading a statement by someone who said his tariff was increased by 4 naira. And I don't understand how the tariff increase was approved with very poor power supply. There is also the fuel scarcity, where a lot of people have to now buy fuel on their generators because there is no power. It's been 9 years since privatization. I'm not sure this is the time to say let's go back to the drawing board. I think we've left that drawing board a long time ago. But what sort of reforms do you expect? We've seen that the National Assembly has moved towards decentralizing the power sector and ensuring that the states also are able to generate. But what sort of reforms do you think we should be making now if we are going to make a headway in that sector?
Yes, we commend the National Assembly, and of course we expect the state assemblies to toe the same path and facilitate the process. But beyond that, we want to see the political will on the part of the government, the federal government, to tackle this issue. There's a lot of corruption in the power sector, and the government is not saying anything. We've seen, like, established cases, evidences to show like corruption, deep corruption in the power sector, and that is being tackled. We've had a past administration in this nation that claimed to have invested how many billions of dollars, and yet we don't have light. And this corruption has persisted. And until we tackle the issue of divesting of funds that is meant for power, I regret to announce that it will really be difficult to get it right, whether you are talking about the generation, transmission, and of course the distribution of power.
Thank you so much for talking to us. Chukuma Kenwa, always great to have you on the show.